EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'm Joe Calzaghe alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Thomas & Mack Center just off the Vegas Strip for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of lightweight action between Arturo Thunder Gatti and Diego Chico Corrales. Arturo Gatti's on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence. Diego Chico Corrales is making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, and his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Diego Chico Corrales.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up, and let's go.
Opening round here, scheduled for 12. Well, Teddy, here in this matchup, two guys who tend to go the distance. What do we look for early?
You know, I'm looking to see who can be more consistent in just one area. Who uses their jab a little bit steadier.
And Corrales able to block that punch. That was a miss by Gatti. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Diego Corrales. Oh! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. And now a whole new set of problems to deal with. You can see swelling around his eye. Gatti blocks it. Nice counter by Gatti. I guess it's already a sign of things to come. They are not wasting any time toe-to-toe in round one.
If this is an appetizer, please bring on the meal.
Teddy, do you think the sport needs a national or international governing body?
Yeah, it's the only major sport, at least it used to be a major sport, that doesn't have that. And there's no unilateral control. And when there's no unilateral control across the board, well, you have too many spots that are weak for the sport, spots that do not serve the sport.
1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. blocks it. He missed with that headshot. Arturo Gatti's able to avoid that punch. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
You have to start throwing more in volume in there. Throw in volume. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this, Willie. Get on that. Get on that.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
A headshot blocked. Well off the mark by Gatti. Blocks away that headshot. Good block by Corrales. Good counter punch from Corrales. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Arturo Gatti. Chico able to land the counter punch. Gatti blocks it. Good block. Chico able to land the counter punch. He has walked through bullets, bazookas, and bombs, and he's still standing in there tonight, Teddy.
Yeah, this is a testament not just to the physical makeup. I know a lot of people at home are going to say, wow, what kind of bone does he have inside that chin? But it's his mind, too. He's making a choice, just like you do in life and other things. He's making a choice to deal with this. A lot of guys would have given in already.
Get in there. Up and down, side to side.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Diego Corrales. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Not able to connect with the uppercut. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Good. All right, keep your hands up, all right? All right? You're doing fine. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
And round number 3 is underway. Gatti counters back. strategy has been to control things on the outside. And the jab fits perfectly into it.
Yeah, what it's done is it's set up his defense, it's kept his opponent defensive, kept him off balance, off stride, and it's also set up his power shots whenever he's wanted to.
Elbows in, blocks the body shot. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own.
Keep your hands up.
Very nice defensive guard there. Turn the sender with the left hand.
In and out, in and out.
Oh, what an exchange. Good block by Corrales. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Corrales with a block punch. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand.
Keep working the jab. Keep working the body.
Nice block by Gatti. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Seconds to go in this round. Gatti counters back. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special.
You need to capitalize on his misses, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his misses. Don't look for just big punches, okay? Use your speed. Double up the punches. I want to see combos. You're looking good. Keep those hands moving.
Here we go with the fourth round. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Not able to land the headshot. Able to show you his blocking ability. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Diego Corrales. Halfway through this round. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. And Corrales able to block that punch. Good counter punch from Corrales. Wow, is he defensively sound. Chico able to land the counter punch. And Corrales able to block that punch. Gatti counters back. 10 seconds to go in the fourth. They both decide to bring it. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Keep your hands up, all right?
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one.
Keep working the body.
And Corrales able to block that punch.
Lead him to the punch.
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own.
Keep your head moving. Double up your punches. You gotta protect yourself. Double up the punch.
Keep it going. Able to dismiss it. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head.
Keep your hands up. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Good block by Corrales. Good counter punch from Corrales. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of fifth gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
"60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Unable to score with the hook. Arturo Gatti's cut is really not a good sign. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Showing you some defense there with the block. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Calzaghe alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man, completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. And Corrales able to block that punch. Protecting his head well with his guard. Diego Corrales is able to avoid that punch. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 air spin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counter punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Able to land the counter punch. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut.
Beat him to the punch.
Good block. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Diego Corrales is almost out of it there. He was stunned. He was stunned, but now he's surviving. Good block by Corrales. Very clean offense from defense by Gatti. That was not well targeted by Gatti. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Arturo Gatti's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
And clicks of the talk. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. So we come to the end of the round, and clearly a confidence booster for this man. He got to his opponent. He was able to stun him. Teddy, when a fighter comes back after doing what he just did, do you see them almost light up, like get a little boost of energy because of that?
Yeah, it does build your confidence a little bit. You know, it makes you feel more secure. I can control this man. I had my way.
You heard it. On him. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
Six rounds in the books, 6 to go.
Keep moving.
Good job staying away from the danger there. Well, earlier you saw what happened to him. He was stunned. He got tagged in this fight. He got hit hard. Now you're seeing the kind of mentality that's going to try to avoid that happening again. But, Teddy, it's not necessarily the kind of mentality that's going to win you a fight.
No, if you're in the corner with him, you know what you tell him, Joe? You tell him, look, you're being tested now. I understand you've been hurt. I understand you're looking to survive right now, but you're being tested for the first time in your life. Do you want to be a champion? Do you want to be special? Special people find a way to get out of this and still offensively go forward.
Yeah, he's got to answer those questions. Nice block. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Arturo Gatti. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot.
You gotta protect yourself. You're taking too many punches. Hands up.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round.
Get out of the way from the
Able to dismiss that body shot. Chico able to land the counter punch. Good block there by Gatti. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. Frustrating his opponent with great defense.
Okay, listen, you can throw him off with some head. That's it. Throw him off with head movement. It's nothing. Cut nothing. Don't worry about it. Good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs, then upstairs, okay? Body then head. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Precise at all by Gatti. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Oh! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Diego Corrales is mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back underneath him. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Back and forth exchange. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Good counter punch from Corrales. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Gatti blocks that punch away. He just missed that shot up top. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Okay, listen. When he misses you with a punch, counter. Nice one. Thank you. Keep it up. This guy's never felt a beating like this. Keep the pressure up.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Corrales has got to be really careful there, Teddy. I mean, he's leaving himself wide open.
And what's going to happen next? See, you know, he's leaving himself open. He hasn't paid for anything yet, but that will be coming before you know it.
Up defensively, protecting the head. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Diego Corrales. He took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Gatti blocks it. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Arturo, Gatti's trainers are doing a good job, aren't they, Teddy? Carroll was rocked, but now look at him.
Yeah, they're giving him the right advice. You know, they've made a little strategic change here, a little bit of an adjustment. That's what you like to see. Not just the fighter thinking, but the corner, the support team thinking.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Diego Corrales.
Use the ring, use the ring.
That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. And we're going to cut it.
Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. Not precise at all by Gatti. Oh, boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
And Corrales able to block that punch. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Chico able to land the counter punch. I think it has come to that point. He's behind on the cards. He's just got to be. Going to take a knockout to win this?
Yeah, I think so, and it's going to take a certain kind of attitude or strategy, a change in strategy. You go into the fights, you don't look for a knockout. You're looking to use your jab, you're looking to set up punches, you're looking to go rounds. Right now, he's got to find a way to get a knockout. Look for one punch. One big punch right now.
There it is! Diego Corrales has gone down. A knockdown scored here, and boy, oh boy, he is in bad shape now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot so much that now you're throwing one punch at a time. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body. And maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
Gatti blocks it. Diego Corrales has been taking a lot of punishment. He's undoubtedly losing this fight. I don't think he can win it if it stays this way, Teddy.
No, he's fallen too far behind. He's gotten to that point of no return now. He needs a knockout or at least a knockdown to get back into play.
End of the round there, a round in which we did see the knockdown. And Teddy, when a fighter comes back to the corner, having just been floored, typically, how are they acting? What are you seeing out of them?
Just imagine you just walked into a room and somebody hit you from behind. You dropped. You're afraid to go in that room again. So put a light on in that room and explain to him why he got dropped. He will not be afraid to go back in that room.
Don't worry about it. Take care of it. We'll take care of it because it's nothing. Saul's got nothing to worry about. You know, get on that.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Good block by Corrales. Gatti blocks that punch away. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Diego Corrales. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Able to show you his blocking ability. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Wow, is he defensively sound. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Okay, we got this. The last round is yours. Keep your distance and keep your hands up. You got that? Okay, good.
They meet up for the 12th and final time. The last round has arrived. Good job protecting himself. Gatti blocks that punch away. Diego Corrales is looking gassed to me at this point.
Well, it's very hot in that ring, first of all. Both these fighters have been sweating from the beginning. Very, very heavy. And I've been looking in the corner. They have not been having him drink water. I think he's getting a little dehydrated.
Able to cover up that gut. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Devastating blow by Gatti. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Arturo Gatti blocks that punch. Last round of an entertaining fight. Now, for the judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring announcer.
Unanimous decision. Your winner, Arturo
Arturo Gatti's your winner by unanimous decision, Teddy.
Well, the question from the beginning was, could he get inside and make it his kind of fight? He did.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Calzaghe. Thanks for being with us ringside. Good evening, I'm Joe Calzaghe alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Thomas & Mack Center just off the Vegas Strip for tonight's main event. 12 rounds in the light heavyweight division between Roy Jones Jr. and Joe Calzaghe. Roy Jones Jr. is on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence. Joe Calzaghe's making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, and his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Joe, the
All right, guys, remember this. Obey my commands at all times. Now let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Opening round here, scheduled for 12. How do you define consistency when you describe the fact that among this matchup you're looking for guys to be more consistent? Which guy's going to be more consistent? How do you define that?
Just in one area. When they get inside, for example, Joe, every once in a while somebody takes a little bit of a break. Yeah, there's working, but all of a sudden one guy's arm goes behind the other guy. I'm looking to see who keeps both hands free.
He just missed that shot up top.
Up and down, side to side.
Good block. Just missed with that punch. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Wow, is he defensively sound. Gets rid of that body shot. Halfway through round number one. Both these guys obviously hopeful that their cut men will be up to the task tonight. What does it take to be a great cut man?
And you know, that's a great question. First of all, you better have the right coagulants, the right chemicals, the right medications. in that corner. Avatine, adrenaline, and you have to have Vaseline where you can put it on it. But the most important thing, you have to be calm. You can't panic. And you have to put pressure on that cut, just the right amount of pressure, and then you put those medicines in it, and then you better have a fighter that can give you a round or two. He can move around and not get caught right away. Give the medicine a chance to work.
Move it.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? He's taking his opponent's jab away.
It's as if they couldn't wait for the opening bell. Going at it right from the start, and we're still in the first round. Good stuff.
So it's like watching the Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Pacific, and the Atlantic, and the Indian Ocean. Everything.
Good counterpunch. 10 seconds remaining in this round. A hook for you, and a hook right back.
Okay, listen. When he misses with a punch, counter. Don't worry about it. Swelling is not.
Looking good. Oh, yeah, looking good. Okay, keep your hands up, all right? You're doing fine.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
I've heard people say about Roy Jones Jr., no matter what sport he was going to apply himself to, he was going to be a pro. He was going to be successful. If he played football, this is a guy that could have been a great defensive back. If he had taken on baseball at a young age, he would have made the major leagues. We know what he would have done in basketball. He's an accomplished basketball player as it is. You agree with that?
Well, to a certain extent, I do, because obviously he has good athletic genes. He is an athlete. He's a guy that possesses really tremendous physical abilities. But his temperament, he's a guy who's confident. He's a guy that's stubborn, a guy that wants to prove you wrong and make himself right. He's a guy who's really determined to get his way.
Halfway through round number 2. And a smart counterpunch by Roy Jones. Good defensive skill. Nice block by Roy Jones. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Joe Calzaghe. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. A little defense turns to offense by Roy Jones. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Parries that punch intended for the head.
Keep circling. Don't stand in front of him. Let's get on that swelling.
All right, you look great. Just don't go crazy in there. Box smart, my man. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
And round number 3 is underway. Great movement to get away from those punches. Teddy, he is hurt. He just took a fusillade of punches there. What a barrage that was.
Give him credit, you know, he's not smothering himself. He's keeping himself at a distance where he can keep that offensive flow going.
Missed that uppercut. He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back under him.
You've used that description, stubborn, driven, single-minded focusedness for Roy Jones Jr. How much does that point to his success that he's had?
Probably 75% of it, because the physical abilities, a lot of people have comparable physical abilities, sometimes even better than guys that get to a higher place. But mentally, emotionally, character-wise, you have it or you don't have it. He has it.
Halfway through this round here. That punch nowhere close. Joe Calzaghe's box is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do, because his opponent would love him to keep throwing to the head, because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
Lead him to the punch.
Good job staying away from the danger there. A nice, crisp hook. Oh! Joe Calzaghe stunned, and he is hurt. Clearly hurt, but holding on.
He's hugging him like he just got home for Christmas.
Teddy, he's wobbling all over the ring.
You know, Joe, he can't use his legs right now, so he wishes, and it's too late for it because he wasn't taught, but he wishes he was a guy who was taught how to slip right in front of a guy and make the guy miss. Then at least he could do that. Right now, his only chance is to grab, because the legs are not going to be there for him.
And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Make your presence known. Assert yourself. Assert your punches. Get on that. Get on that.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Both men accurate with their hooks against each other. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
Well, here he is, Teddy. Roy Jones Jr. coming off of an amateur career that everybody knows about. I don't care if you're a boxing fan or not, because of what happened in the 1988 Olympic Games when he was absolutely robbed of a gold medal.
It actually changed the scoring system, the rules of how they went about the Olympic amateur scoring. They instituted a new program because of that terrible robbery. But you know what? We look at the negative. I'll tell you the positive. That stays with you. It stayed with Holyfield when he did not get a chance to get his gold medal in the Olympics, when he was disqualified, where a lot of people thought he shouldn't have been disqualified. It has stayed with Jones. It has made him become a top pro. It has been a memory that has burned in his consciousness.
Halfway through this round. Blocks that belt line well. Pulls the trigger fast. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Good defensive skill with the block by Roy Jones. Oh, and there you go. Great counter shot by Roy Jones Jr. Wow! Joe Calzaghe's in bad shape.
All right, come on now. Come on, work it out. Work it out. See some punches here.
He was stunned and staggered moments ago. Now he's right back in the fight, looking pretty good.
Yeah, some guys take a little longer to recover. One of his strengths is he recovers real fast.
You need to keep your head moving.
Throws a counter punch there.
In and out, in and out.
10 seconds to go in this round. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. And this round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas ringside. I'm just looking up at the corner here at this guy that just got tagged, Teddy, this fighter who just got stunned. And I'm thinking, boy, it's like the air's come out of him a bit. He looks just so dejected now.
Yeah, you know, right now he's on the side of a mountain. You know, he's up on a cliff, and he needs a rope to get down. So that's what you got to do, Joe. You don't look and say, hey, he's up on a cliff. We know that. Give him a rope. Give him advice to get down.
Just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this well. Get on that. Get on that.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Blocks that belt line well.
Keep your hands up.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. And there he counters back against his opponent. Great show by these two. What an entertaining bout this has been. Neither man willing to give up an inch and giving everything they've got.
So it's like that old song, whatever you can do, I can do better. That's how they're challenging each other.
Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Keep the head moving.
Able to cover up that gut. Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
You're not giving me enough punches, okay? Throw more punches. Jab, jab, jab. Hook, jab, jab, jab. Hook, hook, hook. Head to the body, head to the body, head to the body. Jab, jab.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going to distance with how lopsided it's been. Nothing there on the punch by Roy Jones. I don't know how. He's in a world of hurt right now, Teddy. Look at him right there. What is he going to do? How's he going to survive this?
Well, the only thing he can do now is kill some time, kill some clock, take the air out of the ball. He's got to grab.
A good block. Targeted counterpunch by Roy Jones. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said,
Oh! Roy Jones Jr.'s been stunned. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Roy Jones Jr. Nice block by Roy Jones. Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving around the ring.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Blocks it away. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Joe Calzaghe's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
Come on now.
We come to the end of this round. And likely a much-needed break for these two warriors because they have been non-stop.
No, they don't know how to fight any other way. They came in, they introduced themselves in the middle of the ring, and they've been there all night.
To get any punches
Well, the ability to adapt, so important. Who can make the changes now as we're halfway through this scheduled 12-rounder? And Roy blocks that punch. Good-looking counter punch. Way to block there. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
Joe Calzaghe's got to deal with a cut around his eye. Now, it looks like it's below his eye, so we'll see what kind of effect it has. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special effects have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is.
Beat him to the punch.
Targeted counter punch by Roy Jones. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Blocks the headshot. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? He's taking his opponent's jab away.
On the mark, the counterpunch by Roy Jones. He just missed that shot up top. 10 seconds to go in the 7th. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Don't worry about it. The swelling is not.
Nice work for doing it. Let's get on that swelling. I'll press on that.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Roy Jones Jr. has got a cut around his eye. Looks to be below his eye. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Roy Jones Jr. showing some defense with the block. Nice block. Didn't get it done going to the body there. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Roy Jones. Targeting the hooks on each man. Sizzling hand speed we saw moments ago. Heck of a combination, but pretty easy to get it off when you're that fast.
Yeah, it is. And what it causes too is, besides us saying, ooh, that we see those quick hands and the judges, you know, marking it down. Also, it makes the opponent keep his hands in his pocket. He's afraid to move his hands because the other guy's so much faster.
Blocks that belt line well. Oh, Joe Calzaghe's got to be feeling foolish, nailed by a counter punch. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Comes right back at him with a left hand. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Never felt to beat like this. Keep the pressure up. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. And there he counters back against his opponent. Well, here's the way we see it. He's down on the scorecards, has to have the knockout to win it.
Yeah, and he has to understand that. You know, the main thing is he hasn't given in. You know, he's still there trying, but he's in a desperate place. So what he has to do now is look for one spot. If he remembers maybe something he saw early in the night, where the guy pulls out with his hand down a little bit, and maybe he can time him stepping out.
Blocks that punch. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Solid counter punch by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr.'s got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. seconds to go in this round. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Blocks it away. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Nice one. That was good. We have this one. Breathe it. Take a deep breath. Great job, man. You're doing well.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Oh, Roy Jones Jr.'s legs look shaky. He was hurt. Teddy, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own, or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy, and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back underneath him. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Throws a counter punch there. Holy cow! Joe Calzaghe stunned, and he is hurt.
Come on, guys, punch it out. Punch it out, no holding.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America.
Oh, that's got... Wow, crushing blow upstairs. Is over. Roy Jones Jr. is going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that. Your winner, Roy Jones Jr. is your winner by knockout, Teddy.
Well, we came in wondering whether or not his opponent had a good chin. We found out.
It was a good one indeed. And for Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time at the fights.
Training to get like this. How you gonna tell me it's raining when it's only drizzling? So stop all the pump faking and the dribbling. Shoot the other kids trying to get it in. Better believe.